Making your own kitchen backsplash? With Koimon you can. A tile backsplash isn't only functional, but it's an excellent way to give your kitchen a personal touch. The techniques are simple and can also be used in any area you'd like to tile. Just follow these steps that take you through the installation process. First, make sure you have the following tools and materials. Select the right tile for your space. Simple subway tiles or a sheet of smaller tiles works well. Prepare your workspace. Remove all objects from the counter, then place a cover to protect your kitchen from damage. Don't forget to cut off electricity in the kitchen. Measure the space width and height and multiply. Then add 10% to know the number of tiles you need. Check for electrical sockets and disassemble them. To prepare the wall, use a tile hatchet to create divots in the wall along the areas you will be tiling to make a rough surface, allowing for better adhesion. Ensure that you keep these divots well within the measured area you will be tiling so as not to damage the surrounding wall. Using a putty knife to remove flaking paint and plaster to create a level surface for the tiles. Tidy your space from debris as much as possible so that you can have a clean, dust-free space to begin the next stage of your project. Next, plan your tile layout. Depending on your tile type, you can choose from multiple ways to lay your tiles so that you can create the most desired effect. Mix your tile adhesive following the directions on the packet, combining the powder with water in a clean bucket until you have the right consistency. Do a final wipe over the prepared wall surface with a damp sponge, ensuring you have a good base to start working with. You are now ready to begin applying the tiles to the wall. Start by selecting a small section to begin with. Generally, around the middle outwards is a good place to start. Spread the tile adhesive onto the wall in an upward motion, using the trowel, only applying the glue in small sections at a time. Use your finger to tidy around the bottom edging where it meets your countertop. Apply the tiles in your selected pattern using the countertop edging as your guide. Insert tile spacers between the tiles to make sure you have even spacing. For small or difficult to reach places, apply the adhesive directly to the back of the tile with a trowel. Cut your tiles according to corners and electrical outlets, taking your time with your measurements. We used both a tile cutter and an angle grinder for this project. If you have corners such as this windowsill, you can use an L profile that is the right size for your tile. Measure and cut to size with the angle grinder so that your window frame has a nice border. Using the adhesive, stick the L profile on the inside of the corner of the windowsill and then measure and cut your tiles to fit before installing. Let your tiles dry overnight. Pick your grout based on the tile you are using. Here we used unsanded grout. In a clean bucket, mix the grout by following the directions on the package and pour the powder into a bucket. Add water and stir until it's a peanut butter consistency. Remove the spacers from the backsplash. Go over the tiles with a non-scratch scourer sponge to remove any remaining adhesive and clear the spaces between tiles with your putty knife. Wipe down the surface with a slightly damp sponge to remove any dust. Use your masonry float to apply the grout in sections, moving back and forth in order to push the grout into the spaces. Don't worry about getting grout on top of the tile. The important part is to push enough of the grout into the spaces. When you've finished each section, use clean water and a sponge to wipe off the excess grout on the tile surface. Get off as much as you can. Make sure you have enough clean water to refresh the sponge regularly. This also smooths the grout. Once the grout is dry, you can wipe off as much as you can using a clean microfiber cloth to give the last shine to your tiles. Screw back on your electrical sockets. Clear your workspace, removing the countertop cover and any dust or debris. Once you have a clear space, you can use the color-matched caulk to fill all the edges and space between the countertop. Smooth it out with your finger for a nice finish. And that's it. Get ready to impress yourself.